The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always known that I wanted to become a teacher. I always loved going to school and learning new things and being in an educational environment. Along with being a student, I was also an athlete. I always loved learning new skills and tricks and knowledge, and I couldn't wait to be on the other side of the learning process. At any given chance, I would help out a fellow teammate or student in any way that I possibly could. I loved teaching, and I couldn't wait to get started. The definition of a teacher is a person who educates or instructs in a learning environment. Unfortunately, that definition does no justice for what a great teacher really does. A great teacher is able to explain difficult concepts to struggling students. A great teacher is able to create a happy and comfortable learning environment for their students. And a great teacher is able to inspire their students to want to learn inside and outside of the classroom. One of the people who have inspired me to become a teacher is my mom. She's a strong, smart, and independent woman who has always taught me to believe in myself and go after what I want. It is because of her that I am the person I am today.
From the time she was a little girl, I always knew she'd be a teacher. In fact, I don't think I could think of any other career she'd be as good at. She's always been excellent at teaching things. Even as a gymnast, she was always the person that other gymnasts would go to in her career. In fact, when she was the captain of her gymnastics team, all the other kids would come to her and ask her for advice, and she was excellent. She always had the time, the patience to sit and explain things. Even now, I know she's going to be a teacher. She has a little sister, and she's great with her. And her sister, a lot of times, comes home from school and has questions about her homework. Jess takes the time and has the patience to sit with her and explain things. I think she's a natural-born teacher. I can't think of anything else she'd really ever want to do either. I teach, and I know what it takes to be a good teacher, and I see those qualities in Jess. I can't imagine anything else for her, any other career path. I think she'd be an excellent teacher. I think the students love her. She's engaging and creative and everything a teacher needs to be. Keeps the kids engaged and entertained as well as they learn while it's being fun. I think she'd be a great teacher.
Another person who has inspired me to become a teacher is my dad. He is a kind and patient man that has always supported me and is always there for me no matter what. He has taught me so much, and I am so lucky to have a man like him in my life.
Yeah, I think Jess would be a really good teacher. She's always been good with kids. I can remember when she was little and we'd go to the playground, and if she saw somebody that wasn't happy or upset, she always wanted to go over and help them, even if it was somebody she didn't know. That was very cute. And I listened to the story she tells me about her job as a gymnastics coach or working with the kids, and I think she has a really good rapport with the kids. And I think I hear her also about the kids who are difficult, and I think she's very patient with the kids and handles it well, better than I would, I know that. But I like to think she gets some of that from me. Yeah, I never saw Jess as having a job, a desk job or a corporate job, sitting behind a desk in an office. That's definitely not her. She's a people person. I think she's always been a people person, and I think that's why she's going to be a great teacher.
As a teacher, there are 4 major goals I aspire to achieve in my classroom. My first goal would be to educate. I want to educate my students and teach them things they never thought they would learn before. I want to help them understand difficult concepts, and I want them not to be afraid of learning newer and harder lessons, but instead taking them head on and conquering them. I want them to enjoy information that they learn in my classroom. My second goal would be to learn. Not only do I want my students to learn from me, but I want to learn from them as well. I want to learn which teaching methods work best with each individual student. I want to learn how to effectively and efficiently communicate with my students. Above all, I want to learn to become the best teacher I could possibly be. My third goal would be to inspire. I want to inspire my students to strive for greatness. I want them to be inspired to want to learn inside and out of the classroom, and I want to motivate them to want to focus and pay attention to the lesson. I want my students to develop a passion for what they are learning. My fourth and final goal would be to change. I want to make a difference in my students' lives. I want them to be able to walk away from my class being a better person and student than they were when they entered. I want my students to enjoy learning and to be open-minded about education. I want my students to learn in all different types of environments and in all different types of ways. I want to open their eyes to the amazing world of education. I am currently a competitive gymnastics team coach at Aeon Fitness and Gymnastics. I have been working there for the past 4 years, and it has been the best 4 years of my life. There is no better feeling than being able to combine the sport I love with teaching. Seeing a girl's face light up when she learns a new skill and knowing that I helped her get there is the most fulfilling feeling I have ever had. It makes me so excited to spend the rest of my life being able to help students and young athletes accomplish these goals that they set. Going to work each day and knowing that with my help these girls are progressing their gymnastics ability and learning new techniques is one of the most rewarding parts of my job, and it makes me so happy to show up to work every day ready to teach.
She always makes us work hard, but it's always in a fun way.
She's always encouraging and breaks things down when I'm having a tough time, and it really helps me out to have a coach that's this understanding.
She really gets through to me. She makes a really happy and comfortable environment to work in.
Along with being a leader at the gym, I am also a full-time role model at home. I have a little sister named Sarah, and she is constantly looking up to me. I always try to be the best that I can be, so one day she will hopefully follow in my footsteps. I love being a big sister.
I think that Jess would be a great teacher because she's always been such a good role model to me. Like, she's always gotten great grades, and she's always gotten on honors roll in high school, and in college she made it to Dean's List, and she's been a great role model. Like, one day in writing class we got a prompt, and it was, who do you look up to, or who is your role model? And I put Jess and I wrote about her, so she would be a great teacher because she's such a great role model.
All of my life, I have always enjoyed going to school. I loved learning new things, being around friends and teachers, and being in an educational environment. As a teacher, I would be patient, kind, respectful, creative, enthusiastic, and positive. I would engage my students in whatever they were learning, create a happy and comfortable classroom environment, and have high expectations. I think I would be a great teacher.